Cancel the U2 concert.
Boy, oh boy, did I have a great tirade.
Don't fucking do it. This should be like a 1.5 point line.
Oh, they just scored again.
I think he's the clear-cut winner.
That's the only good move.
That's it.
Welcome to the Thielet and Graves podcast. I'm Thielet.
I'm Graves, and we're just two dudes like yapping about sports.
Welcome to the Thielet and Graves podcast. My name is Ryan Thielet.
My name is Isaac Graves.
And we're just two dudes that like to yap about sports. Yeah, we are back.
Yeah.
After not a 2-week hiatus, but
a week off.
A week off. You know, I was able to play 27 holes of golf that weekend.
Damn.
Yeah, I played 9 on Sunday and then 18 on Monday, both at the same course, so which was fun because I was able to actually play halfway decent the next day.
You actually left your house. I just played GTA 5 most of that time.
My weekend consisted of golf in the morning, hockey at night, and then hanging out with the boys later that night, and then have to wake up the next morning to play golf some more. And then ate a crap ton of hot dogs, some at the golf course and some at home, because, it's Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
I love Memorial Day weekend. I love some summer holidays because they're just a lot of fun.
Yeah, they are. I am already ready for the 4th of July. Good food and going to card shops.
Yeah, I can't wait for 4th of July. But anyways, let's get away from the holiday talk and let's talk about the actual show.
Yeah.
So today we're going to get started with the MLB, and then we're going to do our annual NBA segment as the NBA Finals start this week as well, and it's too big for us not to discuss.
NBA fans, you have zero excuse to not watch this show.
We got NHL as per usual, and then we're going to end it off with the NFL when we're going to talk about my favorite quarterback in the NFL.
Oh, boy.
Yep, here we go. And then we also going to talk today is our NFC East predictions. And by the time this post goes out, this episode, we should have next to all of the NFC West out. Sorry for the delay. With Memorial Day weekend, our schedules got all mixed up, and then we just decided to take the week off and enjoy some alone time.
We're getting there.
We're getting there. You'll get them.
Full hard drives and so many projects, and you know how it goes.
All right, so let's dive into the MLB. Let's do our weekly Bucko recap.
They don't suck?
We're back playing the parade.
It kind of feels like we have 2 series wins, almost 3 if they didn't blow it yesterday.
Yeah, we split that series, didn't we?
Padres won it. It was a 3-game.
Yeah. Talk about the way they turned the week around.
Yeah. What am I witnessing?
Bailey Falter, by the way, who we both said was going to be our worst pitcher in our rotation.
Dog.
He had a .98 ERA. Sub-1 in May.
Yeah.
That is stupid.
Was he the best pitcher in May? Like, out of all of them?
You can't really say that because, Bailey Falter starts, they all had offense behind them.
Yeah.
When Skeens starts, they just decide, we don't need to play offense today.
Yeah, and then they do the same thing with Mitch Keller, and he gets absolutely screwed.
Yeah, every time.
Yeah. And then Andrew Heaney he's human.
Yeah.
He's just human.
He's just here.
I don't know what we're doing with our 5th spot.
Yeah.
What was that? Send Majinski down and call up Mike Burrows, of all people?
When are we going to bring Bubba up? Like, why are we waiting?
Honestly.
He's mowing people down in AAA right now.
So let's just talk about that whole thing. Majinski, if you have to leave him in at the 5 spot and have him be a 3 or 4 inning guy, do it. I would rather have him over Mike Burrows.
Yes, agreed.
Mike Burrows, that one start was terrible.
Oh, it was awful. Granted, we didn't have no offense that day.
We didn't, but he didn't look good either.
No.
He was chucking balls constantly at the wrong
I wouldn't mind throwing them two in the bullpen. Because what harm is that going to do?
Well, you should definitely throw Majinski in the bullpen because that's where he belongs.
Yeah, he's a 3 to 4 inning guy. You can't be a starter that way.
Yeah, and Burrows should never be a starter again. Let's just be honest.
Yes.
Well,
we already mentioned him. Skeens went off the past couple weeks.
Skeens went off.
A couple starts. But there is some negative Oh, sorry. Let's do one more positive. Today is June 2nd. By the time you see this, it should be like June 4th, 5th,
Fourth.
4th. But guess what? It's Brian Reynolds month.
Oh boy.
This is the month where Brian Reynolds goes into all-star form, and everyone starts posting on their stories. Time to plan the parade, like I've been for the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is with June that Brian Reynolds decided to hit. I don't know, 400 every year in June. it's just June though.
Yeah. It's the man's month, I guess.
I guess. I mean, I get
I
it.
don't know.
It's kind of like Andrew McCutcheon on when the furries are in town, and he posts his furries on Twitter. It's the best week of his entire career every year. The furries
That is
convention.
Seeing that on Twitter is the best thing ever. It is it is furry.
And then out of nowhere, all we see is, I don't know, that whole weekend he hits for 300 and like a home run or two. By the way, he officially ties for third place in the Pirates organization with Roberto Clemente with most home runs over this weekend. Did that? Oh, I think it was Saturday night he did that. So it's just another little feather in the cap of Andrew McCutcheon.
Yeah, for those who say Andrew McCutcheon is not a Hall of Famer, bite me.
Yeah, and he is a rookie of the year. No, not rookie. He was an
NL MVP.
Yes, and he's consistent on every team he's ever been on.
He's had multiple Gold Gloves.
Yes, multiple Silver Sluggers too.
Yeah.
So I mean, what more do you want? Sorry that he was on the side the year he went to the Yankees. They decided not to win, and the year he went to the Phillies, that was before this little run the Phillies were having.
Yeah, that was, well, I guess they had just gotten Bryce at that point.
Yeah, so like they didn't really have the team they have now. So look, it is what it is. Some players don't get a ring, and but let's continue. Let's talk about some negatives that happened this week. The umpiring with us.
Oh my God.
With us and
Tampa Bay Rays.
And the Rays. Let's talk about the home one. Henry Davis, it was bases loaded, bottom 8.
I think it was the bottom of the 8th.
It was bottom of the 8th inning, bases loaded, we were down 1.
50 feet outside of the strike zone.
And it was called. Granted, it was an away pitch, which is hard to call as an umpire, but when it gets that far off.
But if it's that far off and you're calling that a strike, revoked. You're not an ump anymore.
Yeah,
that's how I'm running the league.
And
I'm commissioner.
It's that was awful.
That was disgusting. That lost us the game.
Yes, exactly. And granted, who would have known what Henry Davis would have done? But it's
he didn't really flip out on him.
No,
much, did he?
Which I'm very happy he didn't, because who's catching after him? Because Bart's hurt.
Yeah, Bart's on the concussion. I mean, Endy's back up.
Yeah, but he hasn't played much, has he?
I don't think he really has played. And honestly, Henry Davis
is doing really good behind the dish.
He's shutting me up.
Yeah, his glove looks good, which is why he was down in AAA for so long before being forced to be called up.
Yeah.
He's finally decided to hit a baseball for once in his life.
Yeah, he's looking like actually solid.
He looks like a first-round draft pick.
Yeah.
That's what he looks like.
Not first overall, maybe,
but first round.
Yeah. So looking ahead at our schedule, we start a long homestand tomorrow.
Yes, we do.
So we open up against the Astros tomorrow.
That's a toss-up series.
That's a toss-up series because the Astros are not as good as they have been in previous years.
Agreed.
And then we got the Phillies this weekend.
Oh, that would be such a good weekend.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good weekend. Dollar Dog Night Thursday.
We might have to investigate.
If you didn't work.
I don't think I work.
You don't work this week?
Or I do. We'll talk about it because we might be going to a game. Yeah. Anyways, then we finish off the weekend with a home series from next Monday, June 9th to June 11th against the Marlins, which should be a win or close to a sweep.
Well, you'd hope but we went 1 for 4 against them in the opening series.
I don't want to talk about opening series. That was such a bad series.
Yeah.
All right. And then we'll talk about next week. And then something else happened this week, and outside of the Pittsburgh area. Rays versus Astros last night. Taylor Walls was called for a strike that was very, very, very not in the strike zone. Taps his helmet like he was summoning the ABS challenge system, the system that was there for spring training and which is also used in AAA.
Yeah.
And then the ump throws him out.
Okay, so the helmet tap, it's like literally harmless. So like, what, like, are you really gonna like get pissy over tapping your helmet? Are we serious?
I think the umpires in general this year has been like very like touchy with the
biased, like that is a scumbag move. Now, did Walls try to bullshit his way out of it, saying he didn't tap anything?
Yes.
Yes.
He should have lied about it, but at the same time,
that's more funny than anything. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Like,
the only time I agree with an umpire throwing out a guy at home is if he's drawing a line in the sand, because that's just uncalled for.
if he's doing the Kyle Schwarber and literally chucking his damn bat, then yeah, sure.
But he wasn't throwing a tantrum. All he did was just do a tap.
I mean, he did charge at him. He did charge at the ump towards the end after he got thrown out. But
that was after he got thrown out.
But that's not the reason he got thrown out. The
yeah.
reason he got thrown out is because of this petty shit. Like,
I don't like how petty the umps have been.
Like, I can't make it up.
No, you can't. You
can't make it up.
Can't. All right, so let's just get it up and out of the way. Let's move to the NBA.
Yeah.
So we're going to discuss the finals. For the finals is the Oklahoma City Thunder,
and the
Indiana Pacers.
Okay.
Talk about small market teams.
Small market teams. This is going to be an entertaining ass finals.
Oh, yes, it should be. Everyone's saying that either the Pacers are going to, not Pacers, the OKC's going to sweep them or it's going to be a 5-game series. Yeah. I don't think so. Stephen A. just came out and said that this is going to be a 6-game series, which I have to agree. I think
it's a 6-game.
I think it's at least a 6-7. Now, who do I have winning? Yes, Pacers, okay? I have the Pacers winning, okay? Tyrese Haliburton is the most underrated player in the NBA.
He is. I have to agree with you on that, but, man, SGA is on another level. SGA is on another level, and I'm saying Thunder in 6.
You're saying Thunder in 6? The only thing is that if Indiana can keep SGA out of the free-point line so they don't call him a free-point merchant the entire series. Yeah. Granted, he flops. Let's just call it how it is. He flops.
Hey, people said Steph was a 3-point merchant.
Yeah?
Bite me.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
look, I tell you what, this is going to be an entertaining series. It's going to be physical, too. I think it's going to be really physical. And why I have the Pacers with the edge is that their bench is really deep.
Yeah.
I mean, they run you off the court.
There's a reason I'm getting so defensive about 3-point shooters and Steph in particular, because I'm a Warriors fan.
Yeah.
So, look, T-Wolves were the better team in that series.
They just didn't play well.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Eastern Conference Final of NHL, which we'll dive into.
Woo!
So, we'll see. I think Ant-Man's going to be back next year.
Yeah, Ant-Man is ridiculous. Julius Randle.
Yeah, how about a unsung hero?
Yeah, that trade kind of worked out for both sides because Cat's looking insane for the Knicks and Julius Randle looking nuts for the T-Wolves.
Oh, I want to talk about something. I don't know have you watched McAfee for the past week?
Not really.
With him talking during the Pacers game.
No.
So he basically told a Knicks fan to go home and take her sorry ass to home.
I think I did see that clip.
So I tell you what, people didn't like that, but like I think Ben Stiller didn't like it. A couple other Knicks celebrities didn't like it, and I'm sitting here. Oh shit, I'm bleeding. I'll deal with it later. So like I think the other thing about it, look, it is what it is. This is the final. This is NBA basketball.
Yeah.
There's going to be shit talk, and just suck it up and realize that the Knicks aren't that good this year.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a Brunson believer, so.
Yeah, he didn't look good though. I'll tell you that one. He had like what 2 good games this entire series.
Maybe.
So we'll see. All right, let's move over to the NHL. I guess I'm talk some puck.
We got a lot to talk about.
Yes, we do. So let's talk about staff changes before we dive in deep into the playoffs.
Yeah, there was a lot. So let's start in Chicago.
Ooh, yes.
So the Chicago Blackhawks have hired former Red Wings head coach and Lightning assistant coach Jeff Blashill as their new head coach. He was not a name that was really popping up on the radar.
No.
But honestly, I don't hate that.
No, I don't hate it either.
Because, yes, he didn't have a great record when he was with the Red Wings, but he's a good coach for a young rebuilding team. He's kind of, I don't want to say he's exactly what they need, but
he's very close for what they need for what's left out there. I mean, they could have done what the Kraken did and got some washed up nobody.
They could have downgraded.
Yeah, but they didn't.
Although here's the weird thing: the interim head coach that they kept in after they fired Luke Richardson is now going back to being an assistant for them.
Hey, I'll take it.
I mean, okay, but that seems a little odd.
No, I don't think it's odd.
But so Jeff Blashill in 7 seasons with the Red Wings went 204 and 204, 261 and 72. That's a 447 winning percentage.
It's not terrible.
It's not terrible
For what he had to deal with in Detroit.
Yeah.
I mean, come on now.
When all the superstars are going out and when Steve Yzerman is Steve Yzermaning.
Yes.
He had one playoff season in 2015-16. Went 1-4.
Doesn't matter. Still got to win. Still has a playoff win.
Yeah. Look, the Blackhawks are still at least 2 to 3 years away from being a playoff team.
At least.
But Blashill can get them back there.
They could. I don't think they're going to be anywhere close to what they were in that the
2010 to 2015.
Yeah. They're never going to be anywhere close to that. You can't replicate having 3 Hall of Famers all on the same team.
No, but when you have upcoming superstars, Connor Bedard I think he's going to thrive under Jeff Blashill.
He will. I don't know. The thing about Connor Bedard, it's kind of like he's like overhyped in my opinion.
You think so?
He's really he's good. He's a really good hockey player.
Well, he had to deal with coaching.
Yes.
Shit coaching, shit defense, shit goaltending,
shit everything.
Yeah. He came in getting the shit end of the stick. Whereas, look at the Sharks. They're coming in with a new GM. They're coming in with, basically starting from the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And they're doing it well.
They're doing it very well. So we'll see.
Personally,
I don't mind it. I don't love it, but I don't hate it.
It's hard to know what to blame for the Blackhawks. At least now. Start of last season, Luke Richardson was the worst head coach in the league. 100%.
Agreed.
He's a god-awful head coach. But under Sorensen did okay with what he had as interim head coach. I don't think Kyle Davidson's that great of a GM, but he's okay.
I think he's average.
Yeah, I think he's average. So,
I mean, we have an average GM at the moment because he's not doing anything.
Yeah,
making me twitch. What are we waiting on for a head coach? Granted, there is rumors.
There's pretty heavy speculation of what's going to happen,
which we'll discuss in a few. But he's just sitting there with a thumb up his ass the entire time.
Kind of, yeah.
So okay, let's move on. Let's stay on the West as the Kraken hire former Island head coach and Leafs associate Lane Lambert as their new head coach.
How do you manage to downgrade Dan Bilesma?
Well, not even that. The Kraken had, what's her name?
Jessica Campbell.
Yes. Why didn't they promote her?
They should have.
Because A, knows the locker room. B, very smart when it comes to puck. Like a high puck IQ.
There's so many other assistants, too, that you could. Jay Woodcroft's still not taken. You could have hired Jay Woodcroft and be set. Lane Lambert? Seriously?
The guy who bombed the Islanders, by the way.
Bombed the Islanders. Couldn't even last 2 years. mind you, gets replaced by Patrick Waugh.
Which was a cool story.
It was a cool story, but like, come on.
It's kind of like the Jeff Saturday of the Indianapolis Colts when he was the coach for a little bit.
I mean, kind of, but yeah, that's just dumber than dumb.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, they really shouldn't have let Bilesma go.
No, they should
after one season, but you know,
you're going to do so much with the team that he was handed with. It wasn't handed a good team.
Ron Francis is dysfunctional.
Yes, that's one way to put it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's jump over to the East as the Bruins has their new head coach.
They have hired Ontario Reign head coach, which for those that don't know, that is the AHL affiliate of the Kings. Marco Sturm is the new head coach of the Boston Bruins.
When you say the LA Kings, do you mean the Edmonton Oilers' little brother? Is that who you're talking about?
I refuse to acknowledge you.
But you do acknowledge your tribal chief.
Okay. All right. Eddie Hoosie Watsy. So, okay.
Young guy getting a start. That's what this is.
Yeah.
And he's handed not a half bad team. What a team to get your first start in.
Yeah. I mean, when you have a literal cheat code in David Pastrnak.
And then a top 10 goalie in Swayman's there, right?
Well, Swayman, we'll see, because last season was not good.
Well,
but
we'll see if he bounces back. A goalie's going to have a bad year.
Yeah.
And unless your name is Tristan Jarry, then every year's a bad year. But
okay,
that's besides the point.
Okay, so looking at he's been with the Kings organization for the last 7 years. He was an assistant coach for the Kings for 3 seasons, and then the last 3 years he was the head coach of the Reign. Okay, so looking at his record, what the hell is that?
What are you looking at?
Why is the list so long? What is happening? It's okay. Elite Prospects is acting a little strange at the moment. Regular season, please. Okay, it's only showing me up to 2012, 2013. I don't know why. And he's not on Hockey Reference. Anyways, yes, he was with the Reign for the last 3 seasons. I mean, I think it's good. I think
when you have a young team kind of having
they're pulling something new, which I like, giving a new guy a shot.
Yeah, why not? That's honestly what we should do.
Being
honest.
Well, we might be doing.
Yeah, let's dive into it.
It's not confirmed.
Nothing's confirmed, just very, very, very heavy rumored. More than Aaron Rodgers is being rumored.
Yeah.
But likely the Penguins will hire the Washington Capitals assistant coach Mitch Love as the new head coach. I tell you what, I hope this happens.
Yeah.
And I hope he plays good because I just want a Penguins shirt that says, "Are you feeling the love?" That's all I want. Okay.
Okay. So here's his coaching resume. So the last 2 years he's been an assistant with the Caps. Before that, he was a head coach. He was the head coach for 2 years for the Flames AHL team, and then was a WHL head coach for the Saskatoon Blades for the past 3 years. The 5 years he was a head coach, he had an over 700 win percentage 4 of those 5 seasons.
Yes, he's a smart hockey coach, and he's young. This is his first NHL, and it's the same thing we said about the guy who's going into the Bruins. What a start you're going to get. You're going to be able to jump into here as Pittsburgh with Crosby, Malkin, and Tanger for at least a year, all 3 of them together.
Yeah.
So you got 3 Hall of Famers in there, and now you get to pick your own goalie. Who do you want? And then you can just pick and choose from there.
Yeah.
And I think he'll work very well with Kyle Dubas because they both have that young mindset when it comes to hockey. So
he wasn't okay. And then his playing resume is here. He was not a great player.
No. Well, there's a reason he's a coach and still not a player.
Yeah. He never made it to the NHL, actually.
Well, exactly. That's why I said.
Yeah.
There's a reason he's a coach, which also having a coach that was a player isn't a bad thing to have.
Yeah. His highest point total in a season was 29 with the Everett Silvertips of the WHL. But he was Mr. Fists of Fury.
Yes.
He chucked some knucks. He had 3 seasons of over 200 penalty minutes.
And most of those were fights. I had some stuff about like I'm in the middle of be a pro mode on a new NHL game. I may have put it on semi-pro just because I just want to have fun. I don't want to rage.
Yeah.
But currently my player has I think like 78 goals, 29 assists, and 400 penalty minutes.
Nice.
I've been spamming the Y button and fighting everybody.
Man's is Craig Berube.
Yeah, I am. I am if Matt Rempe can score a goal. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I appreciate a guy who likes to chuck the ducks a little bit, and having a scrappy coach would be nice to have in a city like Pittsburgh.
And a young coach. He's only 40.
Yes, he's only 40. He's scrappy. He's in a blue collar town. I think it'll be fine.
Yeah.
I would. If this gets confirmed later this week, I'll be very happy with it.
Yeah. And, well, it seems like it does unless something happens.
Yes.
Not DJ Smith, please.
Yeah, anybody but him.
Yeah, literally.
Anybody else but him. I even take Balisma back.
Yeah. All right. Let's go over to GM hires. Well, GM firings and hires. So the Leafs, they did it. Brendan Shanahan is out as president. This needed to happen.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did.
This needed to happen for the team's
let's
success.
just say one season getting past the second. Sorry, 2 seasons getting past the second round for the first time in how many years? Like at least 20.
At least 20. Yeah.
So and 10 of those were his years. So it was about time. I don't know what took him so long to do this.
Yeah. Like they should have canned him before they can do this.
Agreed.
Let's just be honest.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm happy Kyle Dubas is our GM, but
very happy that Dubas is our GM
because if we didn't have him, we would still have Ron Hextall.
Well, okay. So, can you explain what the president role is for a hockey team and how it compares to like an NFL? For people who watch the NFL who doesn't understand, because we're so used to owner, GM, coach.
Yeah. So president is right above general manager. So Kyle Dubas in our system is both general manager and president of hockey ops. So he's making all the decisions. He's not running anything by anybody. And then he has his assistant GM, which is Jason Spezza, who is
a stud.
Yes.
Stud.
So Kyle Dubas is making all the decisions for the teams that don't do dual roles. You have the president, and then you have the general manager underneath. So Kyle Dubas was the general manager in Toronto. Now that's Brad Treliving, and Brendan Shanahan was above both of them.
So they're kind of like the middleman between the owner and the GM.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's more in between that, but
yeah. But I just think it's like I'm so used to the football mindset where it's owner, GM, coach.
But the Penguins and Leafs are two of those teams that are controlled by like major corporations. You have the Leafs who are with MLSE. You have the Penguins who just got bought up by Fenway.
Don't even tell me.
Yeah,
I'm not happy.
Yeah, Fenway.
See what they're doing with the Sox at the moment? By the way, their New Jerseys, sick.
Buying an Ortiz one.
I might be buying an Ortiz one. I already have a Red Sox all red. It's a Cooperstown patch one.
Lit.
David Ortiz. I might be looking into a Fenway green.
Nice.
But anyways, yeah, it just I think it's time. It was beyond time.
Yeah. And then for GM hiring, the Islanders made a good move with their GM, which I don't think we expected to say that.
No, we didn't.
We expected them to hire like Ken Holland or Mark Bergevin,
somebody should not be in that role.
Which Ken Holland, as someone who enjoys the LA Kings, I am not happy.
Yes.
Anyways, the Islanders hired Lightning assistant GM Matthew Darsh as their new general manager.
Yes, and it was a smart move.
That was really smart.
Really smart move.
Because now you let go of a literal, I don't know what to call him, Lou Lamoriello.
Be nice. Be nice.
Grandfather, I guess.
Very good, Isaac. You know what? I'm proud of you. Nice job. We're growing here, okay?
Yeah. But yes, you let go of Lou Lamoriello, who is very out of touch with the core of players, still making them, cut off all their facial hair, which annoys the crap out of me. I would if I was a player, I would literally put the Islanders on my no trade list just for that reason alone.
They're kind of like what the Yankees used to be, and that was dumb because the one thing about they never made the playoffs, but like playoff season, like the playoff beers, those were so cool to see.
Well, you let them grow playoff beards, but regular season, like let the players do what they want to do.
Yeah, I mean they're not like all Brett Burns, and they're like they're beards rolled down here, like they're all like nice and like shaved.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I mean, hey, you gotta appreciate a good Brent Burns style beard, though.
Yeah, you do.
You gotta appreciate the swamp monsters.
You do.
Anyways, okay, so let's move up to
the actual games. Oh, storylines.
Let's do storylines.
Okay, let's do storylines.
So there's always a lot of injuries that carry throughout the playoffs
and the regular season.
Yeah. So Jets captain Adam Lowry is set to miss training camp and the start of next season after hip surgery.
That's bad.
Yeah, it's not a good loss. Look, Adam Lowry, he's not like a huge point guy. Like he's more.
But at the end of the day, that's your captain. You're missing for.
That's your captain that you're missing. He's a reliable defensive guy. Like Adam Lowry has always been an underrated guy, especially in terms of his defensive play.
Yeah, agreed.
So it's definitely a loss for them. But it doesn't sound like he's gonna miss that much regular season time.
Which is good to think about.
Yeah, at least he gets this done at the beginning of the offseason.
So at the beginning of the show, we were talking about our return because of Memorial break. But let's talk about an actual big-time return. As former Blackhawks captain Jonathan Toews aiming to return to the NHL next season after sitting out the last 2 seasons, which, by the way, I've been trying to find him in the NHL, like the game. So hard to find him. Due to lingering health issues.
Yeah, so he was dealing with a lot of like long COVID and that kind of thing. So it would be very unlikely that he ends up going back to the Blackhawks.
Oh, very unlikely.
I don't see that happening.
You can't do that. I mean, I get the understanding of it, but I think he goes somewhere like...
And even if for some magical reason he ends up going back to the Blackhawks, you do not give him the captaincy.
No.
Nick Foligno has been a really solid captain.
Yes, keep that captain on Foligno. And then, honestly, I would give Toews an A.
Oh, yeah, give him an A.
But don't give him the C.
Yeah. Because, like, right now, I think your A's are Connor Murphy and I don't even know who else.
It's not Bedard, I know that.
No, it's not Bedard.
Which is surprising.
Yeah. It might have been, now, I almost said it was Alec Martinez, but that wouldn't make a lot of sense because he just got there.
Yeah.
But,
I
don't know.
Well, I'm happy, and we're not...
I mean...
Say what you want.
I have my thoughts of where he should go.
I think we both have our thoughts of where he should go.
Where do you think?
Bring him on down.
Nah.
Bring him on down.
I don't think he fit here.
Put him on the third line, okay? That's all we need him for.
What, you want him to play with Hazy?
Yes. Put him on the third line. McGordy, and just plug any nobody in that other slot, okay?
Yeah.
So
I think he should go to the Jets. I think he'd fit really well there.
I think he'll fit well here, okay? Just bring all the old guys in, okay? That's the Penguin motto.
I feel like it's been rumored for a while that he's going to go to the Jets. And I think that would actually work really well.
It would work really well. But I want him as a Penguin.
Yeah.
I want him as a Penguin. I want him and his partner in crime, Patrick Kane, who's also a free agent, to come on down, okay?
Yeah, this is going to be a interesting free agent.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun free agency.
We're going to have some free agency yapping, and it's going to be good.
Yeah, that should be the next segment for next week.
Yeah.
Teaser, tweezer, wink, hint.
Yeah, we'll
Easter egg.
We'll get to that in a minute. Let's go to the Canes.
Yes.
Uh,
After a
rough go at it.
yeah, let's just put a rough go at it.
Yeah, so Jesper Faust, who sat out all this last season due to a neck injury, just broke this morning that he has to medically retire due to that neck injury. I didn't think it was that bad. Look, Jesper Faust was not a name that you heard a lot.
But he was good for them.
He was good. He's not a point guy. He's not there to get points, but he's there for his reliable playmaking. He's there for his really good defensive play. Like, he's a good third, fourth line guy.
Agreed. So like, and this is very sad to hear. You never want to hear this. You want all players to go in and go out. They want everyone to come in and leave the same way they came in.
Yeah.
So it's sad to hear, and I mean we went through that not too long ago with Pascal Dupuis.
Yeah.
Him medically retiring too. So it's not easy.
Yeah, it's rough.
It is rough.
But more positive news, we just had our first award announced.
Not even a half hour ago.
Yeah. Well, first off, can we stop announcing the awards before the NHL awards show?
Yeah, can we just have the show?
Can we just have the show?
Like, you know.
Anyways, Sasha Barkov is now the Selke winner for, I believe, the second straight season.
Yes, and as he should be. He is the best defensive.
His only competition now that Bergeron is retired is Andrzej Kopitar.
Yeah, and
that's his only competition. Like, so
yeah, he's the best forward defenseman.
He's going to
win it.
He's gonna just keep winning it.
And until we get a guy who can play defense as a forward.
Yeah.
So, we're about to see him put that to the test in this Cup final now.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to be standing on his head against this team.
I think he will.
I think he will too. Because I'll tell you what, Edmonton's not the best. Like, they're good, but they just lost the big head.
They look a lot better than they did in that Cup run last year so far.
Yes, they did.
Okay. Well, let's go then playoffs.
Yeah. Let's wrap up the East to get that one done and out of the way. Yeah. Carolina ended a long drought.
For the purpose of nothing.
They've won their first Eastern Conference game since 2006. Yes.
2006. 19 years.
I was 2.
And they lose in Game 5.
Hey, it's the one that matters, okay?
Yeah.
They have not won a Eastern Conference final predating that one, right?
Yeah, that since they won the Cup in 2006, they had not won an Eastern Conference final game. Not a series, game.
Because they lost to the Pens.
They lost to the Pens in 2009. They lost to the Bruins in 2019. They lost to the Panthers in 2023.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. And now they have one win against the Panthers in 2025.
They're like Toronto in the second round, man. They just can't get past anymore.
Yeah, it's rough. But like, it's all sweeps. It's just comical. Like,
I don't even know what you can even say the reason of this happening is. I don't think it's the coaching. I don't.
Oh, no. If Eric Tulsky does something as stupid as fire Rod Brind'Amour,
which is rumored,
he's the worst GM in the league automatically.
And then
like Rod Brind'Amour, it hurts to say it because the Penguins are in the same division. He's the best head coach in the league.
He is. So they fire him. He's going to have a lot of job offers.
Yeah.
And he might even stay in the division.
Yeah. Rod Brind'Amour is the number one head coach in the league. Oh, yes. I'm taking him over John Cooper right now.
Yeah, because you're going to see what he had to do with Carolina, because they don't have the superstars that some of these other teams have.
No. I
think their superstar is Seth Jarvis.
Yeah, because the superstar players that they get, they don't want to stay there because Raleigh's in the middle of butt-fuck nowhere.
And then on top of that, they don't pay players.
Yeah. Like, I mean, this is a 1 year where they don't have, like, their entire roster be unrestricted free agents. It feels like the last couple of years that's been the case.
Well, they fumbled, Jake Gensel.
Mikko Rantanen.
Back-to-back years.
Yeah.
So
they let defensive guys like Brett Pesce go. You know,
but still kept Jordan Staal for all these years.
They gave 2 years ago, they gave Jordan Staal a 4-year deal at 34 years old.
That's insane.
$2.9 million, which is a good value, but the term is just way too long.
Way too long.
Former
Penguin legend, by the way, Jordan Staal.
Yes.
Put some respect on that name.
2006 second overall pick.
And a cup winner, too.
Yeah. Ray Shiro's first ever draft pick. May he rest in peace.
All right. Let's get to the Western Conference.
Dallas. Thanks for that.
They would have won if they would have kept Otter in that last game.
That's tough to say. I don't know, but yeah. So Otter gives up 2 goals on 2 shots, and
gets pulled.
And Pete DeBoer says, "Get the fuck out."
And they put in Penguin legend
Casey DeSmith. Who, every time I see him in the playoffs, my immediate thought is, how long? How long until his groin snaps in half?
Oh yeah, because that happened in the Rangers series.
That happens nonstop. It happened in the Islanders series. It happened in the Rangers series. It happened in last year when he was with Vancouver. It's a constant thing with him. It's like automatically when he gets put into playoff play, his groin is just like, nah, I'm out. Peace.
Yeah.
Like, it's so strange.
And where was Dallas's offense this entire series?
Seriously.
They couldn't score. And Jeff Skinner's not a good goalie. He is not a good playoff goalie.
That's Stuart Skinner. Jeff Skinner's the forward.
Sorry. Stuart Skinner. He is not a good goalie.
Yeah. Thanks for having 2 Skinners, by the way, who are not related.
Yeah.
Anyways. Yeah, so Mustache Man looks like prime Patrick Waugh, apparently.
Yeah, well, we'll see how that happens this series. I don't think that's going to last long.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's break down the Stanley Cup final as we're finally in the final. Which will start.
We went through this whole long playoffs just to get take 2.
Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you, I'm not mad.
I'm not mad about it.
That's a good series.
I'm happy Edmonton's in the final.
This is the first time since 08-09 Penguins Detroit did this.
Yeah.
Do you think history's going to repeat itself?
Yes. I think it's going to be a shorter series. I think it's going to be. I'm saying, the Florida Panthers will be back-to-back Stanley Cup champions and win in 6.
That's not the history I was talking about. I was saying is history going to repeat itself with the Pens winning. Detroit won and then the Pens won.
Oh well.
I don't think that's going to happen either. When in doubt, I got to tell you what. The reason Edmonton lost last year, they were out physical.
Yeah.
And that was without.
They're out physical. They were outchanced.
And that was without Brad Marchand.
Yeah.
So.
And Seth Jones, who's been good.
Yeah. I didn't think I would even put that in the same sentence. Seth Jones, good at hockey.
Like their acquisitions looked really good. I mean, you expect that from Brad Marchand, but
not Seth Jones. When I saw Seth Jones, I said, "Oh shit," because I thought. He's not a good player.
He's putting the puck on. Well, it's not that he's not a good player. He's a good player. He's just extremely overpaid.
Oh, grossly overpaid.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think the series is going to be really good. I think, actually, you say this is going to be a short series. I have the series going to 7.
You have it going to 7?
Yes.
You're taking the Panthers?
Yeah, Panthers in 7. Give me the Cats in 7. I think that's your best option. I don't think Edmonton. I think what's going to break down for Edmonton is the goaltending.
Yeah. That's
going to be their Achilles heel.
Well, okay. Since we're in the final, let's talk Conn Smythe. Look, it was a funny storyline when McDavid won it last year.
I was so mad. I tell you what, I was over with my buddies watching it, and I was if this ain't Bob, I'm going to be mad.
It probably should have been Bob. Honestly, it probably should have been Tkachuk.
Yeah.
But let's give our picks for if either team won. So let's start with the Oilers actually. I'm not giving it to McDavid.
I'm not either. I'm giving it to Draisaitl.
You're giving it to Draisaitl?
Yeah.
I'm giving it to Evan Bouchard
Oh, that's also a good one.
because he's been on fire.
Yes, he has been. I think, Draisaitl has been scoring. That's why.
Yeah, but Evan Bouchard is using his body. He's
Ryan Graves, take notes.
Yeah. Look, you could definitely give it to Stuart Skinner.
No.
well,
Why?
but-
Why? Why? Because let's think about it. His first 2 series were awful. He was he looked awful.
The Kings series was really bad. Second round series.
I don't agree. I don't think. I don't think he should even be close to winning that.
Yeah.
All right, let's go over to the Cats.
Yeah, for the Panthers.
Who do you have?
If you don't have the same answer as me, then you're doing something wrong.
Go ahead, say it.
There's one right answer.
Go ahead, say it.
Sam Bennett.
Yeah, I agree. I do agree with that.
This man's
I'm not
leading-
trying to do a cop out. I'm being dead serious. I mean, he's been all over the ice the entire playoff
He's
run.
leading the playoffs in scoring. He's been insane.
Yes.
And if he does win the Conn Smythe, if he continues to scoring touch, lock his ass up because he's an unrestricted free agent.
Yeah, you gotta lock him up. There's no way around it. So, and there's another name you can put. You obviously put Matthew in that talk.
You can put Matthew Tkachuk in there.
You can put Bob in that talk.
You can put Barkov in there.
You can even put Seth Jones in that talk. He's been playing lights out.
Give it to the Rat just for shits and giggles.
Yeah, you give it to the Rat because you never know. This might be his last Cup series because this is his, I think, 5th one he's been in.
Fourth.
Yeah, because he won the one.
He won in 11, lost in 13, lost in 19, and now he's here.
And now he's here. So this is his 4th Cup run, which is insane to think about.
Yeah.
But imagine being 1-3 in Cup runs.
Yeah.
Not even Crosby and them are like that.
Yeah.
Or what? He's
3-1.
3-1.
Yeah.
That's it. Honestly, it's insane to think that somebody's
That's
3-1.
That's just brutal luck because in 13 you run into the Blackhawks, who were the hottest team in the league. The last Cup winning team that won the President's Trophy, also giving the Rangers a death stare.
Yeah, I have to. Don't even give me a look, okay?
Giving the 16 and 17 Caps a death stare.
Yeah.
I mean, they're lucky they won one in 18. The Rangers.
Well, the Caps 16-17 year ran into arguably the best Penguin Cup team.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's nothing you can do when you have.
But then they won it in 18, so it was like.
When you have like red hot Matt Murray, prime Marc-Andre playing, you have Crosby doing what Crosby does, Malkin hitting everybody in that year. Don't know what it was for Malkin. He was just a pissed off Russian and hitting everybody.
And then 2017, you have rookie Jake Gensel, who is a man on a mission.
Yes.
Like.
So there's nothing you could have done.
Yeah.
You had the HBK line in full force.
Yeah.
Which I keep on getting clips of the HBK line on my Instagram feed and TikTok feed. It's hurting my soul that we are nowhere even close to even having a line like that.
Did Jake Gensel go to the Lightning at the wrong time? He might have, because honestly,
I don't think.
Well, they might keep being a first-round exit for a little while.
We'll see. We'll see.
Oof. Anyways, okay, just one more thing for the NHL. Next week, we have 4 episodes to go until free agency. That is Tuesday, July 1st. So, we're going to be going over every division, every team, looking at their free agents, seeing who should stay, who should go. So next week we'll be doing the Metro Division. So how it's going to be ordered, we'll do the Metro Division next week, the Central the week after, and then based on who wins and loses the Stanley Cup Final, if the Panthers win, we'll do them the day before free agency. If the Oilers win, we'll do them the day before free agency in the Pacific.
Okay.
So,
was
Metro Division next week since the Canes were the first team out.
Yes.
So,
all right. Well, we're going to take a little break to get ready for these predictions and get ourselves all set up for that. We'll be back with some NFL talk in about 30 seconds. Welcome back to Thielet and Graves podcast. My name is Ryan Thielet.
My name is Isaac Graves.
And we're just two dudes that like to yap about sports. So we're back. It's time to talk some NFL ball. We are so close to NFL football.
We're less than 100 days away.
Yes, and we are officially we are 11 weeks for college ball to start.
Oh, boy.
Oh, I can't wait.
I might actually watch some college ball this year.
You were going to talk about it, so you better start watching some college ball.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we get into our NFC East predictions and tease who we're doing next week, so I teased in the beginning of the show, telling that we're going to be talking about my favorite quarterback in the NFL. You might be asking, Ryan, who's your favorite quarterback in the NFL? Josh Allen? Yeah, he's up there. Pat Mahomes? He's somewhere up there. Joey Burrow? Yeah, he's up there. You know who my true love is? My true favorite quarterback?
Oh, boy.
Kenny Pickett, okay? He's been in the news for the past couple weeks. We've been gone, okay? Recently, former Hall of Fame quarterback of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Okay.
Four-time quarterback. Terry Bradshaw talked about Kenny Pickett.
Oh, I thought you were calling Kenny Pickett a Hall of Famer. I was like, are you on something?
No, he's he's a University of Pittsburgh Hall of Famer, okay? That's the only Hall of Fame's going to be in.
Yeah.
But recently, Terry Bradshaw came out and was talking about him. So this is what he had to say. I like Kenny Pickett, Bradshaw told ESPN. I liked him at Pitt. I know him. I know what he's like. And then he continued to say, when they got him to Pittsburgh, they didn't protect him. They didn't get him an offensive line, Bradshaw explained. They wanted to run the football, but they didn't have an offensive line that they could protect. And they didn't have weapons, and he had no wide receivers to speak of. And then he went on and saying, now they're saying Kenny Pickett is a failure. He wasn't a failure. The Pittsburgh Steelers were the failure. What a strong quote.
That's a strong quote, and honestly...
Which comes a day after Kenny speaks to the media. When the media asked him how was his time in Philly, Kenny had this to say. I'm extremely grateful for my time in Philly, Pickett said on Wednesday via Brown's official transcript. I think I was just showing how it's supposed to be done, really from the top down. So when you get a chance to see what's supposed to look like and how it should look on a day-to-day basis, not just on Sundays, I think it'll play dividends for me in the future.
Yeah.
Which is really taking a shot at the Steelers. Say what he was. He may say it's not a shot at the Steelers, but it is. Because we are a organized mess from top to bottom. It's a well-known thing.
Yeah.
And I don't disagree for what Bradshaw says. And this is not me saying this because I'm a Pitt diehard and a Pitt guy. I'm being flat out. We didn't have an offensive line. We had no weapons besides George. We had a run game that we had a running back who could get hit once and fall over. And then we had a awful offensive coordinator for 2 years.
Yeah.
So Steelers didn't give him a chance.
No,
Like, I hate to beat the drum for Kenny Pickett.
Yeah.
But it's just, I'm tired of the Steelers media saying he was a failure, he was a bust, this, and that. Okay, what did he have to work with?
Okay, we need to quickly jump back to the NHL because we have some breaking news on a contract.
Oh, shit.
The Tampa Bay Lightning have re-signed Yanni Gourde to a 6-year deal.
How much?
$2.33 AAV. Damn.
Holy hell.
Damn.
That's a massive contract.
Great value.
Yeah, amazing value, but
6 years?
How old is he? He's not that old, is he?
Let's see here. Yanni Gourde. He is 33.
So he'll be 40.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not a good contract. It's a terrible contract.
It's interesting. Okay. I mean, he really wanted to stay in Tampa. Now he's staying in Tampa.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Oh. Well, we take that one off the free agency list.
Damn. 6 years?
I don't agree with that.
That's wild.
I
Okay.
really don't agree with that.
Okay, anyways, that was off topic, but that was nutty.
Yeah. But what do you have to say about the whole quote off they had between Kenny and Bradshaw?
With Bradshaw, I kind of agree with him.
For once, like you may never agree with what Bradshaw says. Because is there something else you're reading?
No, I'm just trying to confirm my account for the playoff predictors.
Oh, cool. Why does it not let you do it without having a thing?
I think it will, but I'm just making sure it's saved.
Yeah, no. I mean, I agree with what he had to say.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's move on to our predictions. We're gonna keep going the way we did the NFC West by going with where they finished the year in their division. So obviously with the reigning, defending, undisputed 2025
NFL champions.
the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah. We're gonna get right to it.
Yeah. Dallas versus Eagles week 1.
The kickoff game. I'm telling you right now, must watch TV.
Oh, yeah. It's a Thursday night game, too.
Yeah. It's Thursday night football, but it's not on Prime.
Well, it doesn't matter. I'm still able to watch it easier.
Yeah. Eagles win.
Eagles.
Yeah. Somebody that we know is not gonna be very happy that we're saying this, but I don't think the Cowboys are gonna be that great.
No, I don't think they're going to be that great either. Week 2, we get the Super Bowl rematch.
Yeah.
But
in Kansas City.
Why do they do Kansas City?
Yeah.
Like, why? Like, have it in Philly.
Okay. In Kansas City, not a huge deal. Here's what's annoying. Why is this not on primetime? Why is this a 4:25 game? And why are we putting these two teams on that disgusting-looking Fox scorebug again?
Oh.
Like,
now, are we getting a repeat of...
We are indeed. Eagles win it.
I'm gonna get you. I think the Chiefs are gonna take this one.
All right. Week 3, at home against the Rams.
Philly.
We both had the Eagles winning that.
Yes.
Week 4, at Tampa Bay. Give me a loss.
Give me the win. 3-1.
Really? Okay. Dude, Baker is going to kill.
Yeah, but the thing about it, he has no protection. So, and with that Eagle front that only just got better in the offseason, it's not, I think Baker's going to get hit way too much.
Yeah.
All right, now.
Week 5, at home against the Broncos. Win. Yeah. Look, the Broncos aren't going to be a bad team, but you're running into a juggernaut.
Yeah. Especially Saquon coming off of the Madden.
Yeah.
He's officially your Madden 26, 27 cover, whatever year it is. But he is...
Madden 26, yeah.
Yeah, he is the backwards jump, too, by the way, is the photo.
Yeah.
You know how they use, like, the one photo of Christian McCaffrey running? They used the photo of him doing the backwards hurdle over the Jacksonville Jaguar.
All right, week 6, at the Giants.
Are we even discussing this one? Just move on. We already got that's already a win.
Yeah, that's a win.
But who's going to be starting at that point for the New York Giants?
Ole Miss man himself, I think.
I think by this time, I think it's going to happen.
Yeah.
All right.
Honestly,
that might be his first game.
I wouldn't be shocked if he's a starter at the beginning of the year.
I think Russ is going to start.
Oh yeah, Russ. Yeah.
All right.
Just don't have Jameis start.
Yeah, please.
No. Trade Jameis, honestly.
Yeah, and get some picks for him.
Yeah, so he can have a playing shot.
All right, they travel to Minnesota to take on the Vikings. I had this as an L.
Yeah, I do too.
I think J.J. McCarthy's going to be really good.
It's a trap game. It's a bit of a trap game.
I want to say it's a trap game. I mean, J.J. is a good quarterback.
Yeah.
Let's not forget that he won a national championship not too long ago. Okay? He did something that Caleb Williams couldn't do and win. So, I have them losing to Philly, like them beating Philly.
Yeah. All right. Week 8, back at home against the Giants.
Win.
What is up with the division schedule here? They play two of their division opponents. They play in a 3-week time frame. Twice.
Yeah, I don't.
It's strange.
It's weird.
Anyways, they got a week 9 bye week. A bye week right at the middle of the season.
Great time.
Exactly how it should be. I'm sick of these like super early bye weeks and these like super late bye weeks.
Are you just saying that because you play fantasy football?
Yes and no.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's why I would say it too.
Yeah.
All right,
right,
coming up for bye, they travel to Green Bay on a Monday night.
Yeah, Monday Night Football at Green Bay. Loss.
Win.
Oh. Dude, I think Jordan Love's going to be nasty this year.
Oh, he is. But the thing about it is, again, the same thing I said about Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
They have no offensive line up there.
Yeah.
So Jordan Love's going to be doing a lot of work.
Yeah. All right. Week 11, back at home against the Lions.
Loss.
Yeah. Lions are going to be the best team in the league. They're going to be the best team in the NFC. They're going to be the best team in the league. It's kind of hard to go against them.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right. Let's move over to the
Week
12. They travel to Dallas.
Is that the Thanksgiving game? No.
That's a Sunday.
That's a Sunday. So 425.
Loss.
Win.
I think Dallas is going to pick up. They're going to split it. We'll see.
We'll see. And then week 13, Black Friday. What a Black Friday game. At home against the Bears.
Win.
Yeah, win.
Bears are not going to be that good this year.
You don't think so? All right, week 14, Monday Night Football at the Chargers.
Win.
Win. Yeah. Again, it's just the Chargers are going to be a good team. They're just running into a juggernaut. Week 15, at home against the Raiders.
Win.
Win. Come on. I mean, is that even a question?
No.
No. Week 16, at the Commies. That's a Saturday. It's showing it here, but it's TBD everywhere else.
Yeah, so we don't know for sure because it's one of those late of the year ones.
But it's a flex
loss.
Game. Yeah, give me a loss there.
They're going to be so good this year.
Yeah. And then week 17, at Buffalo. Loss.
Win.
Oh. Damn.
Buffalo's going to be good, but they're not good enough to beat the Eagles.
Yeah.
All right,
We'll
week
see.
18. This could decide the division. This is going to be your who's going to win the division game.
Yeah.
And you know what? Give me the Birds. They're in Philly.
Yeah. Yeah, give me them Birds.
For the first time in a long time, we'll get a repeat champion
Yeah.
in the NFC East.
So I have the Birds at 11-6.
I have them as 12-5 on the year.
Yeah.
It's going to be another good year.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to the Washington Commies.
All right. They start off their season with a dud against the New York Giants.
Win.
Well, that's a win.
Yeah.
And then they travel to Lambeau Field to take on the Packers. I have the Packers winning that game.
Yeah, I got the Packers taking that one. That one's gonna be close.
It's going to be very close.
It's gonna be a close game. And then week three at home against the Raiders.
That's a win.
That's a win.
No, that's a no doubter.
Look, that one-off, that year of Jaden Daniels, that wasn't a one-off.
No, it wasn't.
He's a future top 5 quarterback. Anyways, week 4 at the Falcons.
Win.
Yeah. Week 5 at the Chargers.
Loss.
Yeah, I'm going for a loss there. That one again, I think it's going to be a close game, but yeah, Washington's not coming out on top there. Week 6 at home against the Bears. Win. Yeah. Week 7 at Dallas.
Win.
Week 8 at the Chiefs.
Where are you going with this?
Loss.
Win.
Really?
I think Jaden Daniels. Look, Jaden played at LSU,
Yeah.
the loudest stadium in college football. So being in a big stadium with all the crowd noise is just another game for Jaden.
Yeah. And that's Monday Night Football. That's an interesting Monday Night Football game.
I wish that was Sunday night.
Yeah. It's not bad, but interesting. The Commanders have a lot of primetime games.
Yeah. Oh, well deserved.
Yeah. Because they didn't have enough last year.
So I am taking them for the win.
Yeah. And then Week 9 Sunday night football.
We had Washington winning this game, right? Both?
Did we? Yeah, we both had the Seahawks losing.
Okay.
So we'll go back and fill in the Seahawks. Anyways, Commies win.
Commies win.
Yeah. Week 10 at home against the Lions. Loss.
I'm torn.
Really?
I'm so torn. I haven't winning this game.
All right. Week 11 at Miami. Win.
Loss.
Seriously?
Trap game.
Damn, okay.
Trap game. They're going to lose this as a trap game and go into the bye week.
Yeah. A week 12 bye week.
We've had that. It's a very late bye week.
It's a late bye week. It's not as late as some teams, but it's late. Anyways, week 13, coming off the bye at home against the Broncos.
Win.
Week 14 at the Vikings.
Win.
Yeah. Week 15 at the Giants.
Win. And then we'll skip week 16 since we already
week
said
16,
that.
We already have them beating the Eagles at home. Week 17 at home against the Cowboys.
Win.
Yeah. And then week 18, we have that as a loss for the Commies.
Oh, wait.
What'd you do?
I have them as 13-4, so that last week for me won't be your decision. I think they're going to be 5-1 in the division.
Yeah. So actually, that would have the Commies winning the division, which
One in mine.
I think it can happen. Yeah, I think that's gonna happen.
Like their schedule's a lot easier than the Eagles and the Cowboys, so
Yeah.
a lot easier.
All right, let's move on to the Dallas Cowboys.
All right, they're going to start off the year hot against the Eagles and take an L.
Yeah, take a nice, fat, juicy L.
On primetime.
Yeah, on the kickoff game.
Yeah, I know. On banner night, too, by the way.
Yeah.
Then they travel to New York to take on the Giants. That's going to be a win.
Yeah, that's a win.
They play the Bears at Chicago. That's going to be a loss.
Yeah. Give me the Bears for the
They
win.
play Then they're home again against Green Bay on a Sunday.
History's gonna repeat itself from the 2023 wild card game. Packers. Pause.
Oh my God. Okay.
Packers ripped them a new one.
Yes. They're gonna win against They're gonna lose against the Jets.
Yeah. I have them losing to the Jets at home. That MetLife crowd's gonna be loud.
Yeah. I have them losing against Carolina.
I have them winning against Carolina.
Bryce Young's gonna be really good this year.
Bryce is gonna be good, but
Oh, you can predict ties too. That's cool. I didn't know that.
oh really?
Yeah. Look,
Oh, the equal.
Yeah, I didn't see that either.
There you go.
That's cool.
All right, and then we have them losing to the Commies.
Then they go to Mile High.
Loss.
Win.
Okay.
Pull up Arizona for me. Oh, I can't do it.
We both have a Cardinals win in week 9, and then they head into a week 10 bye week. A solid bye week time. Right around the halfway point, and then they come out of it. What is up with the cakewalks coming out of the bye week? Got the Raiders. Did you just take a Raiders win? No. Okay.
I got the Dallas win.
Yeah, I got Dallas winning that one.
And then they're home against the Chiefs.
Then they're home against the Eagles.
Oh, the Eagles.
That's an Eagles win, and then they've got the Chiefs loss.
Win. I don't think the Chiefs are going to be that good this year.
Okay.
I don't see them being that good this year.
All right.
There's a lot of struggles coming off that team.
Interesting. Okay. Week 14 at the Lions.
Loss. They're gonna get spanked.
Yeah. Week 15
Mini
at home against the Vikings. Win.
Win. Yeah.
And then week 16 at home against the Chargers. Loss. Week 17 at the Commies. Loss. And then week 18 at the Giants. Win.
I have them at 7-10 for the year.
I have them at 5-12.
Jeez.
I'm doing this mindlessly.
It's like that team's not gonna be good. They're gonna struggle.
No, they're gonna be bad.
You want to talk about a bad team? Let's go over to New York.
Let's do the Giants. Yeah.
Already, it's going to be 0-6 for our predictions.
Yeah. They're gonna go 0 in the division. Anyways, Week 1 loss to the Commies on the road. Week 2 loss to the Cowboys on the road. Week 3
loss.
Sunday night. That's Sunday night football, by the way.
Oh.
Loss to the Chiefs, but then little redemption. I'm gonna say Week 4.
Win.
I think they get a win against the Chargers.
Has to be Russell Wilson's only win as a starter.
Really?
Because you'll see why.
Week 5 at the Saints, win.
Loss.
Bullshit.
They're going to lose this game. Jackson Dart will be your starter week 6.
Okay, that's fair. I think Russ has even they win. I think Russ has a rough game. I think the defense really steps up for them.
Jackson Dart will be your starter week 6.
Yeah.
And then week 7, they're in Mile High.
Loss.
Win. That'll be Jackson Dart's first win because he's going to play Philly, play a really good defense, and then go travel to Denver. He's going to be fine.
And then a loss to the Eagles
in week 8
on the road.
Week 9 will be the San Francisco 49ers.
At home.
Give me the Niners winning.
Well, actually, hold on. Let me pull up the Giants or the Niners. You had the Niners losing.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, that makes sense.
I had the Niners getting that win.
All right. And then they play Chicago.
Yeah. Chicago. Loss.
Give me a win.
Okay. Week 11.
Okay, we're back. We're back and better than ever. They play
Packers week 11.
Loss.
Yeah, that's a loss.
And then they travel to Detroit to take on the Lions. That's going to be an L.
That's going to be a 50-point loss.
And then and then they play
the Patriots on the road. Give me a win there.
This is going to be hard. I don't know.
It's a tough game, but
because the Patriots are going to be
the Tom Brady legacy is going to live on in that game.
Yeah, give me the Giants win.
Yeah.
And they have a Week 14 bye, which is bullshit because they were a bad team. I think a good team should get that late week. And then they come out of the bye, and then nothing's fixed, and they're going to take a fat L against the Washington Commanders.
Yeah.
And Week 16, they take on the Minnesota Vikings at home.
Yeah.
Or they take another L.
That's another L. But then Week 17, give me a win on the road against the Raiders.
And Vegas.
Yeah. And then Week 18, a loss to the Cowboys.
And which sets them, for me, at 6-11 on the season.
That puts them, for me, at 4-13.
Jeez.
Yeah. You got to have 2 really good teams in this division and 2 really bad teams in this division. Cowboys are 5-12. It was not.
Well, when you don't do anything in the offseason, what do you expect to happen?
Come on. They traded for George Pickens.
How many times is he going to be suspended this year?
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
Fair point.
How many times is he going to cry because Dak Prescott doesn't throw him the football?
Yeah, because CeeDee Lamb exists.
Yes.
So, over the couple weeks ago, I did the spinner of who we are going to be predicting. It's out of order. We're not doing the whole conference all at once. But next week we will be predicting the NFC South.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. But we got to do it. It's going to be... There's an obvious division winner here.
Yeah, well, we know who's going to win the division. I mean, we both have it down. 1, 2, 3. The Bucks.
The Bucks, yeah.
But, well, we'll see.
But then get excited or get really triggered for your birthday episode.
Oh, is it the AFC North?
We're doing the AFC North on your birthday.
Yes! Oh my gosh. Yes.
Spinner got...
Woo!
Spinner landed on it.
My birthday week, I'm going to be able to crap on the Steelers and crap on the Browns. It's going to be a great week. All right, well, I think that's going to end it for us today.
Yeah.
We appreciate you we appreciate you posting and looking at our socials as we be getting kind of a little bit of love on social media, especially on TikTok.
Especially with the
But we appreciate you, and stay tuned to more shorts being posted.
Yeah,
There's gonna be a lot. There's gonna be rapid fire with these coming up.
NFL, and should we do shorts for the free agency?
We probably will.
Might as well.
That's a off-camera decision we'll make.
Yeah.
But you will be seeing more rapid fire stuff coming from us, getting more love to us. Hey, maybe we'll put a poll out and see what you guys want to see more often.
Yeah.
But until then, this was the Thielet and Graves podcast, brought to you by the Center for Media Innovations at Point Park University. My name is Ryan Thielet.
My name is Isaac Graves.
And we'll see you next week.